What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We recently did a video talking about some of our favorite gifts from the holiday season, Christmas, whatever, like our favorite stuff that we've gotten over the years. And one of those things that came up in conversation was my first electric guitar, which I have here. Let's check out what we got. So this is as I found it. It's been many years since I've touched this guitar. I already did open this up earlier today, and I started doing a little bit of work on it, and I figured that this warrants its own video. So here we go. It is a custom with a K, Kasino model guitar. Obviously a blue single humbucker Strat copy. This was made by the Amp brand Kustom a very long time ago. This is not a common guitar. It's also not a very good guitar, but this was my first electric guitar. It's been through some stuff over the years, so today I'm gonna try to make it playable again. Now, Thomas, who's off camera, who films and edits these videos, challenged me and said, can you make this play as good as any of your current guitars that you actually like play and gig with? I don't know, probably not, but we're still gonna try. So I wanna get this back together and make it a guitar again. Let's first dig into what we're actually looking at here. See, there's some blue stars in here, which some of you will know that you got these from the Guitar Hero 3 guitars. As I mentioned in the last video we did where this came up, I started playing guitar because Guitar Hero 3. You got these packs of stickers with it, and so some of those ended up on this guitar case. So I found this guitar like this. It's been many years. And the first thing I noticed is the neck is not actually attached. That is because this at one point had a different neck on it. Probably 10 plus years ago at this point, if not more. I actually put a Telecaster neck on this and it still didn't play great, so I didn't really do anything with it. So I had to actually change the holes a little bit to accommodate that Telecaster neck. But now that we're going back to the regular neck, I've filled the holes once again and we'll have to re-drill to the original pattern. Yeah, this knob is totally just hanging off here, so something's going on there. I need to fix that. This one is probably mostly fine. You'll notice there's some Sharpie around the pickup there, and that is because at some point in between the ages of like 10 and 12, I was like, I should mod this to be like Billy Joe Armstrong's blue guitar with the slanted humbucker. Fortunately, I never actually did that, though I can see that somebody started drilling with the drill. I mean, I'm assuming that was me at 12 years old or something stupid, but fortunately I didn't actually fully route it, so I'm gonna clean this Sharpie up, but that dent will remind us of what never was. There's a half a Chiquita banana sticker on it, which actually is a common theme for a couple of my older guitars. We'll splice in some B-roll if I can find another guitar that still has that on it, but as much as I want to keep this on here, I don't think I can. I think it's just falling off too much, so we'll probably just clean that up.
You gotta eat a fresh banana and stick a new one on there.
Yeah, I could do that actually for nostalgia, yeah. Now this humbucker, if I recall, is not the original one. I wanna say at the same time I tried to put a telly neck on this, I tried to also put a Gibson humbucker that I had laying around with something in it. I don't even remember if I actually like wired it up. This was a project that was never finished when I was gonna kind of redo this guitar. Taking a look at the neck here, we're missing a string tree. Also the nut is just not even seated really right, so we're gonna have to get some glue in there. I'm gonna try to use this original nut. I really don't feel like carving a new nut for this. Frets need to be cleaned up. I don't think they've ever been polished. And then taking a look at the back here, we're actually missing one of the screws. I have no idea where that could have gone. I don't know why I would have even messed with it. So we'll have to find a screw.
Good quality tuners here.
Yeah, the great tuners. Let me be clear, this guitar is basically worthless. This is only for the nostalgia. Nothing here meets my current standards of what I would actually want to play. First things first, I want to fix this neck pocket up, find a neck plate and some screws for it, and just kind of get this guitar complete again. This is rehash if you already saw the other video, but basically the story with this guitar, how I got it, I got this with a little custom amp. Yay, yeah, I got this. A family friend was selling this, some sort of local classifieds. This was Christmas 2008. What is that? 10 would be 2018. 17, yeah, so this is 17 years ago this time of year as of filming this. My dad got it for me basically for Christmas for $100, but then when we got it back, it actually didn't work. My dad opened it up and he's like, I don't know what's going on here. He doesn't play guitar for reference, but he is an engineer, so he'd be able to fix whatever. For some reason, they landed on like, oh, we need to return this. We need to give it back. And I was really bummed because I liked the guitar. I think my dad had brought up to his friend like, hey, like I think the guitar is not working. And he's like, hey, like don't worry about it then. Like we'll take it back. We haven't tested it in years. And then Christmas Eve, this family friend dropped this back off at my house and rang the doorbell and then just left it there. And so, yeah, they basically gifted this to me for Christmas. And this is my first electric guitar. I'd gotten an acoustic guitar from a garage sale earlier that year, and I really wanted an electric. The rest is history. I guess this is where it all started. So thank you for gifting me this guitar. It's definitely changed my life a lot. Yeah, that's the whole story. We'll check back in. Let's make it play again. Oh God. All right, well, hey. It is a Gibson pickup. I was not wrong. It's also just a screw on the back of this. That's great. I wired the pickup straight to the output jack.
The always on.
Always on. Alright, we've got our spread. Let's see if all of these sells Chiquita bananas. We got a Chiquita banana security. That's actually pretty straight. That's surprisingly straight. So, I got it going. You want to take a look at the action there. I think this is going to need a shim. These are also the worst tuners ever manufactured. I don't think the action was this bad when I had it as a kid.
Probably not.
If it was this bad, I don't think I would be here today playing guitar. Yeah.
It's like the cleanest it would ever be.
It was pure tone.
Well,
It was.
with no tone pot, how could it be?
Yeah, with no tone pot, there's no tone. That's.
You didn't think that, did you?
I didn't. Now I did. Now I have tone. We're up and running again. So real quickly, let's go through what I had to do here to get this going. First thing, had to replace one of the string trees as it was missing. Had to get the nut glued back into place. Had to replace a couple screws on the back of the tuners and get those lubricated a little bit, and also get these installed a little bit cleaner as they were a little out of alignment, but we did what we could. Still have not found a back plate. I fully rewired this as when I had dropped this Gibson pickup in it, back when I was probably 13. I literally just wired it straight to the output jack, so that's about as pure of a signal as you're gonna get. But I wanted to wire this up with the original pots and original cap, and I did that here, so we're up and running there. Some other cleanup, I cleaned the Sharpie up around the pickup here. And most importantly, we went and got a banana so I could have another Chiquita banana sticker that's in one piece this time. And then also, obviously, restring, cleaned up all the frets, tried to adjust the truss rod a little bit, but the truss rod is spinning. Fortunately, the neck's pretty straight. It's not perfect, but it's close. So it is what it is. The truss rod is at where it's gonna be. The biggest thing I would say setup-wise was that install a pretty beefy shim, as the action was absolutely crazy. It's still not amazing now, but I got it a lot better. I have the bridge pretty much decked because I don't even want to introduce a tremolo to this. It's actually playing better than I expected. With all that being said, let's plug this in and see how it sounds. It sounds pretty great, and you can obviously credit that to the Gibson pickup. Obviously, it is not perfect. This does not sound as good as any of my actual Gibson guitars. There's more to it than just the pickup, but still a lot of fun. And I'm definitely feeling very nostalgic playing this. It kind of feels right at home, but also feeling extremely uncomfortable as this, even in its current state, plays pretty terribly, if we're being honest. This is not an amazing guitar, and no amount of setup work is going to make it that. I mean, like I said, the truss rod is literally just spinning. I'm glad I did this. I think it's a lot of fun, but I don't recommend necessarily putting a ton into your first guitar. The biggest maybe glaring issue here with this is the tuners. I literally am using a string winder to actually tune it because these are so stiff and they're also slipping quite a bit, but you can kind of finesse and use a string winder and you can kind of get it to get right in tune. If you're in a position where you have your first guitar, you're about to upgrade to another one, but you're considering doing kind of the middle step, which would be to start upgrading your first guitar, I don't know if I would do it, especially if your guitar is like this, where it's not very good, if we're being honest. You could put the best parts on this in the world and it would still be a custom Kasino that just truly wasn't made very well. It's not gonna stay in tune very well, and it's not gonna have a neck that's ever true. My thing is always, you know, upgrade your guitar to a better instrument so you can kind of enjoy playing it more. But keep your original guitar as kind of original as you can, so you can always revisit it for the memories. It's always there, but don't let your instrument impede you from learning more on your instrument. I think this guitar is from the 90s, so the question is, how does this compare to a modern day beginner guitar? Pretty much any guitar today that's of any level of quality is going to be better than this. This is cool. When we were going through it, I kept showing Thomas parts and being like, you can tell that this was really done by hand and a lot of love kind of went into making this, but like a machine simply could not screw up a guitar this much. There's a lot of wonkiness going on, and it was like that from the factory. A lot of these solder points are horrible. I mean, this looks like a teenager did it, and no, this was not me. A lot of this stuff, like you can see right here, like this is just how it came. Yeah, not the best workmanship. Having something done by hand is not always the best. Stuff being done by hand is great when the person doing it knows what they're doing and, you know, is at the top of the level of their craft. And I would say with most guitars that are higher end now, obviously you'll get great craftsmanship and it's all done by hand. That's great. This was not the case here, but this is just kind of a funny relic of the past of like, I feel like there was a lot more that went into every level of instrument, whether it was a crappy starter guitar or a really nice guitar. Both those required a lot. Whereas now, something that would be made at this price point, a lot more automation would be employed to make something like this these days. For better or worse, it'd probably be a little better than this guitar, but that's okay. This definitely does have some vibe to it, if you will, because of all that. So, we want to hear your stories down below. Let us know what your first guitar was. Let us know if you still have it. How does it play? Have you modified it since? Is it still the way it was all those years ago? Or do you have your first guitar now and you're kind of considering upgrading to something else? I also know some people will start with higher end guitars. I can say for myself and all my friends I can think of, I don't think any of us had anything fancy when we started, but here we are today. But yeah, let us know your stories down below in the comments. Also, would love to know your guys' thoughts on, within the realm of cheaper, more entry-level guitars, do you prefer older guitars or newer guitars? Obviously, within the realm of like high-end guitars, it's no secret that a lot of the vintage stuff is phenomenal. You know, high-end vintage guitars are great, but some of the starter stuff, I don't know. You guys gotta let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out today and checking out my first guitar. Hope this video wasn't too indulgent, but we will see you in another video soon. Bye.